All right, first of all, we're in the laundry room here. Today is December 9th, several days after the break-in, where the locks were changed and the police allowed Indrajeet Thakurdeen to falsely claim that he owned a house. They let him break in a rear window, and then they allowed him to change the locks. They waited for my wife to come home, and as soon as she pulled in the driveway, they rushed the house, said she was trespassing, and they demonstrated that this Indrajeet Thakurdeen, had the keys to the front door. They walked in, they intimidated my wife and my daughter. The witness was Nick Russos, and he was there. He got falsely accused of breaking in, and his wife and his 14-year-old son was frisked down. So this is the day after, or like I said, several days after. I was in jail for 2 days as a result of the police breaking in. As you can see, they damaged the rear door. So what they did is they had a crew come in and put a new door in. So they're going to make the old one disappear, except I already did. So the locks are back to the original locks, because those were before these guys broke in. The outside, I'm going to go through in a minute. They called it an alarm company because it appears that as soon as you have an alarm key, you have possession of it. But the house, and this is at 76 Block Boulevard, but what I did was made sure that my alarm was operating here, and they inadvertently forgot to ask Indrajeet at the time when they staged the supposed trespass of my wife, where they told her she couldn't go on her own property. That was around December 2nd, I believe, at 5:50 p.m. And once again, it was witnessed by Nick Russos. So, as you can see, my wife is living here. They broke in. Everything is in order here, as if somebody's living here, which, of course, was the case. Is the downstairs bed, my daughter's jacket and blanket, our treadmills, with the sign we were going to make, because the plan was to board up this house so that the third break-in couldn't occur, and this wouldn't happen. But when the police staged something that shows that somebody other than the person living here is living here, because he changed the locks after he forcibly breaks in, and they wait for my wife to come home from work, and lo and behold, they stage this thing and intimidate her. And needless to say, we pushed the envelope and were falsely arrested. But we'll get into that story later. But they rampaged my house. There was a gun for protection, because being that I had threats on my life, I had put it in this closet in the corner. It was a shotgun. I don't see any of the loads anymore, so they took the shotgun and the loads. Of course, they combed this place good with 5 cops. They stole $1,200 out of a tan jacket. They left the envelope back in it. Sometimes you make mistakes, and that night I had made a vital one. As you can see, which is even more unusual, they stole my cable boxes, and they returned. Oh no, here they are. Hang on. So the cable box for my TV is still in place. And let's get the serial number off of this real fast, because like I said, today is December 9th, and the cable boxes were still in place. It doesn't look like this camera's focusing very well on this, but let's take a look if we can get a macro or something. And I hope this shaking doesn't affect the camera, but this cable box is mine from Cablevision, and I'll read the number off the back of it anyway to see if here's this real serial number. Let's see if the camera picks up on it first. And as we back off, I'm going to read it out loud. It says 0. It says 000F21F9F710. Below it, it says SABJXRMXP. Then it takes this brace and it says N002218791. That's the lower level cable box, as you can see here. And it's mine. Today is the 10th of December, 9th of December, although it's after midnight, so it's the 10th of December. The break-in was on December 6th, when the police forcibly entered my house. And once again, let's see, somebody had some coffee. This wasn't ours, because we don't drink 7-Eleven coffee. So I guess I'll take this for evidence as well. But what it looks like is that the 7-Eleven coffee and bagel, December 10th. What do you know? At 5:55 a.m. So somebody was here early this morning. And we'll take that for evidence. Or December 9th. We'll have to figure that out later. But we don't drink 7-Eleven coffee. But somebody was nice enough to leave us a little wrapper to date the time that they were actually here. Pictures of my daughter. I'm sure if Indrajeet Thakurdeen was living here, my daughter's picture wouldn't be available. And then, of course, here's a funny picture of me and my daughter as we were working together. Okay, so let's move past this a little, and we'll take a break because I know the camera downloads are usually too long. But this is the lower level, December 10th. My laundry room, my clothes, my tools. Indrajeet Thakurdeen is supposedly living here, and yet all the possessions are ours. The police broke in, forcibly removed us, did an eviction because they needed to fake an arrest. Now follow this. Give us a date for December 22nd, and on the 20th of December, they were going to put an alarm system in here, effectively saying it wasn't ours. Now, here's our Chinese food, all our food from the other night, my pizza. I mean, this house is fully occupied at the time of the physical removal by the police department by James and Joanne Lascalia. I mean, we separated, I say we divided and conquered. We tried to divide and conquer because she lived here, I lived at 1541, and we figured we stood a chance against these guys because it was just way too difficult to be able to get the rest necessary to fight the entourage of people that were being utilized against us. The fire marshal falsified documents, the sheriff that faked the sale, and the police department now physically removed us. So let's close on that note. James Lascalia Jr. signing out December 10th, probably around 12 o'clock or so.